Now, oh boy, did we get some news. Tom Aspinall just signed over with Eddie Hearn uh, with Matchroom Agency. This coming right after Conor Benn signed with Zuffa Boxing and Dana White. And honest to God, I think we got a cold war on our hands. In between the Zuffa Boxing and Matchroom Talent Agency or whatever this is. Because it had happened where Dana White brought out Zuffa Boxing with UFC and everything. They've only had 4 shows so far. I've seen the third. The third one was great. I think that they're having a fourth one either this week or next week with Jai Opatai. But they signed Conor Benn. Conor Benn, if you guys don't know, fought up against Chris Eubank Jr. in a really good main event fight. And he was signed over to Zuffa Boxing. Everybody was hyped about this. Seeing, everybody coming in. Holy shit, let's go. Eddie, tell the truth about the drugs. Little do we know. And everybody was saying, man, Eddie's fuming right now. Eddie's got nothing going on. There's no way to back it up. He fucking comes out here and pulls out that fucking Uno reverse card from his back pocket and pulls in Tom Aspinall. Now, do I think this is a good move by Tom? Yeah, I do. Because I think it's gonna help Tom in the long run, but I don't think he's gonna be on the UFC White House now. I don't think he's gonna be on the UFC White House, and if so, that would tell you that Eddie Hearn won this one. I'm just telling you straight and simple. If Tom Aspinall, for those of you that don't know, he's had eye problems ever since the Ciryl Gane fight. He got poked in both eyes, knuckle deep, crazy, had to have eye surgery. If he's good to compete by the UFC White House card, or I'd even say International Fight Week in July, and he does not get put on either of those cards, Dana White's mad then. Dana White's going to get mad. Because you got to think, Eddie Hearn and Dana White have been feuding back and forth for, I'd say, almost a decade and a half. Maybe 2. Because Dana White's always hated boxing. Eddie Hearn's always hated the UFC. From what I believe, Eddie Hearn hates the UFC for its monopoly. Dana White hates boxing because of its, basic stupidity and just, who watches that. Which, it's just 2 promoters going back and forth about the promotion and both of them being better than the other. But with this, it just, oof. Because here's where we have to think. What comes now? Because what my understanding is Tom Aspinall, usually with UFC fighters, they sign with talent agencies. Talent agencies get them better deals, better brands, better sponsorships with a cut of the contract. So usually managers will take 15 to 20%, maybe even 25. I've heard Ali Abdelaziz taking 25 to 30% on their contracts. But he gets them into really good deals, really good contracts with the UFC. I feel as though Eddie Hearn is going to take the stance of, these people are taking 30, 35, 20, 25. How about you sign with me and I'll do 5%. I'll do 7% on your contract. People are going to be signing up for that immediately. You got a name like Eddie Hearn that's backed up by Riyadh season and the zone, and you're not going to take that deal with less of a cut going out of your paycheck afterwards. I don't know. I think that this was a very good move by them, and I see short term this not working out, but in the long term, I can see it to where Eddie Hearn's going to get a couple more fighters signed up into the talent agency. Who knows? Maybe he'll do a whole UFC, MMA promotion from now on and all that stuff. Because I will say, if Tom Aspinall does not accept a fight or defend his belt within the year, I think he has to give it up. Which sucks, because John Jones was able to keep his belt for 3 years without fighting. But, Tom Aspinall has to have eye surgery so that he can see again. And, you got to vacate. Sorry. Because they're already asking him. And it's only been like 2-3 months since the eye poke situation even happened. So, I mean, all in all, I think that this is going to be a great move. I feel like it was a way better move than Conor Benn, because Conor Benn, who are you going to put up? Who are you going to put him up against? It's a one fight deal for $15 million, whereas Eddie Hearn is going to get I'll just be honest, going to get a bag after Tom Aspinall is done with his UFC contract, because I think he only has 2 more fights left until he has to renegotiate a contract. It's either that, or I think when you defend the belt, you have to have immediately 2 extra bouts on your contract. But you get to renegotiate, which is something where Eddie Hearn can come in and be like, we gonna want more. We gonna want more. So, all in all, this is a really good move. I feel as though with this, Zuffa Boxing is going to be going haywire, trying to figure out who they can sign, who they can get. Because, I mean, there are a couple of good free agents in boxing, quote-unquote free agents. But, I mean, who else? You're not going to put anybody in Zuffa Boxing up against Conor Benn. Conor Benn's just way too good of a boxer to go up against anybody who's in there. So, yeah, I just wanted to update y'all on this, let y'all know about it. So I guess I'll catch you in the next one.